Michigan Kingpins is brought to you by the Metro Detroit USBC Association, your source for organized bowling in the Detroit metro area. Lawrence Technological University, possible is everything. Frankenmuth Brewery, makers of Kegler, the official beer of Metro Detroit bowling. Imagine Star Lane's Event Center and Sports Grill, your ultimate entertainment destination. The Detroit Sports Commission, where champions are made and championships are played. Detroit. And Brunswick, the bowling leader. Now get ready for Michigan Kingpins, Metro Detroit's all-access bowling show. Here are your hosts, Mark Martin and Stephanie Penson.
Welcome to Michigan Kingpins, your all-access connection to everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world. This month, we're bringing you all the action, including our Kingpins Challenge from right here at Skore Lanes in Taylor. And joining me tonight is co-host Stephanie Penson. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thanks, Mark. We want to start today by thanking our sponsors who make this show possible. Make sure you continue to enjoy your 11th frame of bowling with Kegler beer, the official craft beer of Metro Detroit Bowling. Order some today.
Well, spring has finally arrived and the 2015 MDUSBC bowling season is quickly coming to an end. But there's still plenty of bowling action here in the Metro Detroit area. And this month, we're bringing you all the excitement of the MDUSBC Women's Series, the Senior Team Tournament, and another look at the MDUSBC Championship Tournament, all the high school team final results, and of course, this month's Kingpins Challenge.
Sounds like an action-packed show. We are excited to be here today at Skore Lanes, the site of this month's Kingpins Challenge.
Tonight's Kingpins Challenge is hosted by Skore Lanes and features 4 teams, each with 4 youth bowlers representing community bowling centers. Now, this is a very special youth edition of the Kingpins Challenge, so each participant is between the ages of 14 and 19. Our teams for this month's Kingpins Challenge are Skore Lanes number 1, Plum Hollow, Skore Lanes number 2, and the CBC Elite Team. Now, for the format for tonight's Kingpins Challenge will be the best 2 out of 3 games, with the winners advancing to the finals and the losers bowling in a consolation match. Game 1, frame 1. Let the Kingpins Challenge begin.
Looks like we're in for some serious bowling action, fun, and entertainment. We'll get back to more Kingpins Challenge action later on in the show.
That's right, Stephanie. It looks to me like this could be our most competitive Kingpins Challenge yet. The bowling season is hitting its final frames in Metro Detroit, and the MDUSBC Women's Series is heading towards their final event in April. Let's take a look at this month's 2015 Women's Series event at Ford Lanes in Dearborn Heights. The MDUSBC 2015 Women's Series continued this month at Ford Lanes in Dearborn Heights. The 37 participants in the tournament bowled 4 games of qualifying before moving on to single-game, single-elimination match play. Robin Orlikowski was the top qualifier in the field with a 4-game total of 969. After starting with a 202 game, she bowled games of 266, 224, and 237 to lead the field by 72 pins over the second-place qualifier, Erin Faulkner. Both Orlikowski and Faulkner overpowered their opponents in match play, keeping their 1-2 standings all the way to their eventual meeting in the finals. The final was a struggle between 2 bowlers who were at the top of their games all day. Faulkner bowled a strong game, but Orlikowski's final game was one for the records. Strike after strike soon left no doubt that Orlikowski could not be beat on this day. Orlikowski not only won the match, but excited the crowd with a perfect game to end the finals, 300 to 203.
being back in the winner's circle, it's like, wow. I mean, the condition today, at first, it was a little tricky for me, and then I figured it out. I had to move a little left and swing a little left to right and open up the lane, and then it just really came to me, and I mean, it was just my day.
With Robin Orlikowski's perfect win, she has increased her lead in the season-long Cup standings over January's champion, Nikki Steitler, by 46 points for a total of 447. Congratulations to Robin Orlikowski for her perfect game and a perfect ending to this month's tournament. Now, there's only one Women's Series event left in the season, and the Cup points will double for that event. So it'll be an interesting race to the finish of the Cup standings. And we'll have all the final Cup results in the next episode of Michigan Kingpins, so stay tuned.
Now, Mark, this month we also had the 2015 MDUSBC Senior Team Tournament take place.
That's right, Stephanie. Let's take a look. The MDUSBC Senior Team Tournament was held over 3 weekends this month at the legendary Thunder Bowl Lanes in Allen Park. The tournament saw over 50 teams compete for that $1,000 first place prize. Each team consists of 5 bowlers, all over the age of 55, men and women. Each team in the tournament bowled 3 games with their total pin counts used to determine the winner at the end of the 3-week event. Some team members pushed themselves to near-perfect games, while others stayed competitive by picking up spares and strikes when it counted most. But in the end, there could only be one team winning first place and collecting the top prize. And here's how the teams ended up. Looks like a fun time for all. Congratulations to the senior team winners and all the participants. We've still got lots of bowling action ahead, including more of this month's Kingpins Challenge.
So stick around and we'll be back with more Michigan Kingpins from Skore, Lanes, and Taylor.
At Lawrence Technological University, you'll go way beyond the books. Professors with real-world experience deliver hands-on instruction in small classes, helping students land co-ops, internships, and research projects. By graduation, 80% of LTU students have jobs or plans to pursue master's degrees. And most Lawrence Tech grads earn more than their peers. So if you're ready to embrace your possibilities, we want you at LTU.
Imagine Star Lanes in Royal Oak is your ultimate entertainment destination with the best event experience in Metro Detroit. Whether you're having a casual or nice dinner, corporate event, or birthday party, we have what you need. Great food, great fun, and great entertainment. Don't settle for the ordinary. Make your event a night to remember at Imagine Star Lanes. Private and semi-private spaces available. Inquire today at star-lanes.com to get your party started.
Come to Frankenmuth's Little Bavaria to enjoy the old world atmosphere, shopping on Main Street, and the food at the Frankenmuth Brewery and Restaurant. This historic destination is located at the north end of Main Street at the top of the hill. The brewery is known for its classic American fare with banquet facilities available. It's the only restaurant in Frankenmuth that has outdoor dining overlooking the scenic Cass River. Frankenmuth Brewery produces award-winning craft beers, ales, and root beers which can be found in your favorite restaurants and stores. Continue the family tradition and come to the Frankenmuth Brewery.
If your birthday is near, Thunder Bowl Lanes is the place to party. Check out Thunder Bowl's Cosmic Bowling with cool light effects and great music. Bowl with your friends, have fun, and when you're done, check out Thunder Bowl's new arcade. Games are free at your birthday party. That's right, play as much as you want. And with pizza and soft drinks, we have everything to make your party a smash. Check out Cosmic Bowling and arcades at Thunder Bowl Lanes for your next birthday party. Call 313-928-4688 for more info.
Welcome back to Michigan Kingpins, your all-access bowling connection. We're bringing you all the action this month from our host center, Skore Lanes in Taylor, the home of this month's Kingpins Challenge. Mark, what's going on over there?
The bowling is awesome! Now in the first round of this month's Kingpins Challenge, the team from Skore Lanes #1 got off to a quick start and never let up, defeating Plum Hollow 183 to 181. In the other match, Skore Lanes #2 started strong by beating the CBC Elite team 247 to 173, but the CBC Elite team came back really strong, beating them 213 to 139 and 224 to 120 to advance to the final match.
Thanks, Mark. What an exciting finish we have in store. We'll check back on the Kingpins Challenge later on in the show. Earlier in the month, we had a chance to check in with the Canton High School boys bowling team and talk a little about the excitement and expectations headed into the high school state finals. Let's take a look. On the eve of the state finals, it was clear that everyone was looking forward to proving themselves against the state's best. And Canton High School boys bowling team was no exception.
I love the competitive atmosphere more than anything, especially when you get into tournaments and the match play portion. That's probably my favorite part.
The competition with your friends from around the state. It's a lot of fun. Everyone comes out and competes. It's a lot of memories made these 4 years.
In its 7th year, the Canton High School bowling team has high hopes and carries a lot of swagger heading to the tournament. And even though their chances are good, Coach Brubaker knows it won't be easy making it all the way to the top.
Oh yeah, nothing's a guarantee, but yeah, we are looking forward to it.
The Canton High School boys bowling team had their sights set high going into the state finals. But how did they fare? Our friends at State Champs High School Sports Show covered all the team action and brings us this report.
We start with the Division I Boys Team State Championship out at Sunnybrook Lanes in Sterling Heights. The finale matched up Saginaw Heritage and Wayne Memorial. Saginaw Heritage turned up the heat in qualifying, hoping they would stay hot when it mattered most. The junior Ray Eddy delivering. After the Bakers, Hawks trailed by 11. Wayne Memorial were finalists in 2009, only to come up short. Not in this one. Connor Weber bowled a 231 in the final game. This is the junior John Willett, who tossed a 180. Wayne Memorial wins their first ever boys bowling team state championship. Now to the girls. The Davison Cardinals looking to become the first team to win 4 straight girls bowling titles. Standing in their way, the Cougars from Macomb, Dakota. We pick it up with the Davison sophomore Taylor Davis dialed in. Cardinals led by 2 pins going into the regulars. But Dakota was seeking revenge from last year's semifinal loss at the hands of the Cardinals. The Cougars led by their senior anchor Sierra Stade. Steve Reich, she bowled a 222 in the regular game. Macomb, Dakota also makes history. First girls bowling state crown. It's not often we have a boys and girls team from the same school searching for back-to-back state crowns, but that's what we had in Division II. Century Lanes and Waterford the site start with the ladies and a rematch of last year's title tilt, Flint Kearsley and Bay City Western. BC Western had 3 new bowlers this season, including Kayla Gilbert, gets the strike. Warriors led by over 40 pins after the 2 Bakers. But the defending champs Flint Kearsley got it all together when it mattered most. Haley Ribka, the Ripper. The Flint Kearsley girls capture their 2nd straight D2 girls bowling team state title. Could the Kearsley boys do the same? Look who they were up against, none other than Bay City Western. Western has never won a state title, and everybody's coming back next year. George Bird busting them up. They also led going into the final game. The majority of the reigning champs Kearsley squad was back this season, and they played like it. Brandon Richard, booyah! Call it a Kearsley clean sweep. 2nd D2 boys bowling team state title in a row. We head south to Jackson for Division III. The girls' side saw Coloma taking on Corunna. This was a great battle. Coloma looking for their first title in 5 years. This is Sabrina Bell bringing up the 10 pins. We were tied at 345 after the 2 Bakers. Corunna took care of the reigning champs Croswell Lexington in the quarters, pulled away here in the regular game. Sierra Howes, how about that? Corunna, our first ever state champs. To the fellas, a Blue Water Area Conference finale between two teams who share the same home lanes, Richmond and Armada. The Blue Devils were up 38 pins after the Bakers. Mark LaGroy cool and collected. But Armada stayed steady and fought their way to the title. Eddie Seafried, see the strike. Armada wins their first state title in school history. We finish up the road to Lansing at Royal Scott Bowl for the D4 Championship. Start with the boys. Both Hanover Horton and Bad Axe never a state champs. We start with the junior Nick Kosiva for Bad Axe. He nails down the strike, hatchets leading after the first Baker game. Hanover Horton just edged by St. Louis in the semis. This too was a nail-biter, but the sophomore anchor Zach White buried the hatchets here. The Comets celebrate as they capture bowling crown #1. To the girls, the St. Louis Sharks and the Clinton Redskins were the last two teams standing. Both teams also looking for their first bowling state hardware. Pick it up with Alyssa Ailing of Clinton and the senior, the strike. Redskins down 18 pins after the two Baker games. First time the Sharks had ever advanced beyond the round of 8, and they went for it. The sophomore Cody O'Boyle, that's getting it done. Tons of first-time state champions this year. St. Louis is another. Congrats to all of our state champs.
We'd like to congratulate all of the participants and the winners of this year's high school state finals. You know, Stephanie, participation in high school bowling is at an all-time high, and it's great to see so many younger bowlers, both at the high school level and the college level, to continue to help our sport grow.
That's right, Mark. And many of these high school bowlers will have the chance to continue competing at the college level. Maybe even for a school like Lawrence Tech University, who just happens to be a big sponsor of our show. Let's take an intimate look at the coaches who guide the Lawrence Tech men and women's bowling teams. Coach Rebecca Sharp-Keegan and my dad, Coach Jerry Pinksa.
Coaching at a college level compared to like my middle school level is a lot different. The kids have already developed their own style and technique, so they're coming into college already having their game developed. So I don't like to change a lot of things on people's games because it takes them backwards before they go forward. So what we do is we try to make minor tweaks and minor adjustments for better balance and timing for more consistent scores.
They're like sponges. They have great questions and they're really interested in the sport. They're interested in the team concept. They're interested in how can I do this better and how do we win? They're interested in understanding why the ball does certain things at certain times. So there's just a different level of interest from the college kids.
All these kids came from different schools, different parts of the state, and watching these kids actually come together and become friends and actually support each other is awesome to watch. Bowling to me brings lifelong lasting friends. And watching these kids grow together is the most rewarding thing that I can see them do.
It's not just about bowling, it's just helping them grow and helping them help each other to grow into the young ladies that they're going to go out into the world and they're going to be productive members of society and hopefully ladies that blaze a trail of their own in their own careers.
At the end of this, in 20 years, I would love the kids to come back and say, boy, was that a great time we had in LTU.
And thanks again to LTU for their continued support.
We'll have the final rounds of this month's Kingpins Challenge, as well as a look at the MDUSBC Championship Tournament and this month's Tech Corner when we come back.
300 isn't just a number, it is our destination. Shouting at a ball will make it strike more. Nothing is as satisfying as hurling dangerously heavy spheres at stationary objects and watching X's fill the frames. You know it, we know it, so here's to the ballers, the lane dwellers, the alley cats. A new breed is rising from the lanes. We are DV8. Tonight we bowl.
It's bowling season, and the best bowling experience is at Sunnybrook Lanes in Sterling Heights. Enjoy our 58-lane bowling center that includes our sports lounge, video arcade, and plenty of leagues and tournaments for the whole family. Sunnybrook also has a 27-hole golf course, banquet facilities, and full-service motel. Sunnybrook has something for everybody. Check us out at sunnybrookgolfandbowl.com for weekly specials and learn why Sunnybrook is your ultimate family entertainment destination.
Come to Frankenmuth's Little Bavaria to enjoy the old world atmosphere, shopping on Main Street, and the food at the Frankenmuth Brewery and Restaurant. This historic destination is located at the north end of Main Street at the top of the hill. The brewery is known for its classic American fare with banquet facilities available. It's the only restaurant in Frankenmuth that has outdoor dining overlooking the scenic Cass River. Frankenmuth Brewery produces award-winning craft beers, ales, and root beers which can be found in your favorite restaurants and stores. Continue the family tradition and come to the Frankenmuth Brewery.
At Lawrence Technological University, you'll go way beyond the books. Professors with real-world experience deliver hands-on instruction in small classes, helping students land co-ops, internships, and research projects. By graduation, 80% of LTU students have jobs or plans to pursue master's degrees. And most Lawrence Tech grads earn more than their peers. So if you're ready to embrace your possibilities, we want you at LTU.
Welcome back to Michigan Kingpins.
Now it's time for this month's Metro Detroit Bowling and Resource Center Tech Corner with USBC Gold Coach Lou Marquez.
Welcome to Michigan Kingpins Tech Corner. I'm Lou Marquez, USBC Gold Coach, and today you're probably wondering, what am I doing on this lane surface? What is that guy, crazy? Well, today's tech tip is about lane play knowledge and understanding the forces that go into a bowling ball. As you manipulate that bowling ball through your physical game and create that technique which releases that ball and imparts those revolutions, you're creating a dynamic force. That dynamic force is taking that energy that you imparted and translating that onto the lane. Well, we're going to talk about what that is. Today, as we break this thing down, showing you the entire motion of the bowling ball, we've outlined them in different colors. So you can actually see the forces and the length of where that force is and how that bowling ball dynamically changes direction. But what is it doing? How is it interacting with that lane oil environment that you're bowling on? So let's start off with the very, very beginning. That area between the foul line and the arrows. As you start rolling your bowling ball, some of the basic forces that you'll see is that through your speed, your tempo, your timing, you're going to create a very linear path with your swing. That swing outlined here in purple creates speed or skid. That front part of that lane section between the arrows and the foul line is where the ball is going the straightest off of your release. Now, we're always trying to maintain as much skid as possible so that we can store that energy, like we said. But there's a constant phenomenon that goes on in bowling, especially with the high-performance bowling balls that we're using today. It's called flare. And that flare is actually dynamically making the weight block change its orbit. And it's in that change of its orbit that it starts to go into what we call the hook phase. And now the hook phase is making this ball get really happy. It's spinning, gyrating, trying to change direction. Now, as your bowling ball is traveling through the oil, and it's getting closer to this foundation, this lane surface, whatever type that is, it's picking up what we call friction. It's this friction with also the gyration of that weight block of which you imparted at your release that's now changing the energy to create what we call the roll phase. And it's the roll phase that a lot of people call the hook phase, or that actual motion where you see the ball change direction. It's this area that we're trying to control. Now, keep in mind that what we want to try and get is the ball righting itself up, the weight block finally coming into its happy state of spinning and gyrating in an end-over-end type of rotation to get to go through the pocket. And that's what we're trying to control. We're going to break it down a little bit more in our next tech tip, but understanding the properties of skid, hook, and roll are important to striking at the highest levels.
Thanks again, Lou. Michigan Kingpins is excited to share the latest in equipment and training advancements every month on our show. Now this month was the final weekend of the 2015 MDUSBC Championship held at Sterling Lanes in Sterling Heights.
Let's take a look at all the fun in action. Hundreds of bowlers from across the Metro Detroit area participated in the final week of the 2015 MDUSBC Championship Tournament. This tournament actually consists of two separate tournament events, the Open Championships and the Women's Championship running simultaneously. The four-weekend event brings together the MDUSBC's best bowlers, male, female, young, and mature, to compete in various brackets and win the substantial prize money. High-caliber bowling mixed with fun, friends, food, and drink all combine to make the MDUSBC Open and Women's Tournament a highlight of the MDUSBC bowling season. Now let's take a look at the Open Championship category winners. And here are the 2015 MDUSBC Women's Championship category winners. Congratulations to all the Open Championship and Women's Championship winners. Now let's go back to Mark in the finals of this month's Kingpins Challenge.
The final for this month's Kingpins Challenge proved to be as exciting as we could hope for, with the team from Skore Lanes #1 squaring off against the team from CBC Elite. And what a final it was. That Skore Lanes #1 team defeated the CBC Elite team 206 to 196 and 190 to 167 to emerge the champion. Okay, this month's winner of the Michigan Kingpins Challenge, Skore Lanes #1. Come on out here, guys. It's my honor to present you with the emblematic trophy, March 2015 Michigan Kingpins Challenge, Skore Lanes #1. Congratulations. Woo! Now that's all the time we have on this month's episode of Michigan Kingpins. You can join us next month for more tournament action right here in Metro Detroit. And we hope you enjoyed this month's episode from Skore Lanes in Taylor.
Yes, Mark, and don't forget to look for Kegler beer at a bowling center near you. Brewed especially for Detroit bowlers by Frankenmuth Brewery. You can find all the tournament schedules, standings, and winners, as well as rebroadcasts of Michigan Kingpins at MDUSBC.com.
Now, for Stephanie Penksa, I'm Mark Martin. See you next month from the bowling capital of the world on Michigan Kingpins.